Here are 10 things that I absolutely love about my Gen 2 2016 Hayabusa. This bike has an endless amount of power. There is never gonna be a world that I live in where I max out what this bike is capable of. The top speed, the 0 to 60, the torque, everything about this is limitless for me. Like, I will never use the top end of that, and I will never grow out of this bike. Because of the weight of this bike, this is the most stable motorcycle I've ever been on. At anything freeway speeds or above, this thing feels so planted. And because of the sheer size of this, compared to a bike like this, side by side a car, because of how much bike there is and how many panels there are and how just bright and bold this is, you have such a good road presence on this that it makes me fear a little less than when I'm on, say, the Ninja, where I feel like I might be kind of hiding under the radar in some people's blind spots. I feel it's way easier for a car to see me on this. I just feel my road presence is very strong with this, and I'm not too worried about cars not seeing me. I mean, granted, I'm always worried about that, but just a little less on the Busa. This gets so much attention. A lot of good attention. The whole reason I picked this as the bike is because I could do a paint job on it and promote my custom painting business. It really does grab attention. More people have stopped me on this than on the Ninja, and trust me, so many people come to talk to me about the Ninja, but more people about this bike even, especially people who know motorcycles. They know what this is. It's so iconic that it just allows me to create one more connection and potentially grow my network. And because of how big the custom culture is behind these bikes, aftermarket parts are widely available. You can get, I mean, anything you can think of for this bike, it's probably available and more. There's no shortage of aftermarket parts, and I'm talking aesthetics, cosmetics, frames, engine. There is a lot of available parts out there for this bike. These are relatively easy to work on because of the scene behind this and the custom scene. There's so many videos out there showing how to pull the fairings off, how to take the lights out, how to adjust things, how to modify things, that I never feel like I won't have the information I need to fix this myself just by doing a quick YouTube search or finding a quick forum from ChatGPT. And speaking from experience, with having torn off all of these fairings and pretty much removing everything you see here that has been painted, it's not that bad. It was not much harder than the Ninja, and the Ninja is really easy. Compared to other sport bikes in this class, it's relatively comfortable. Obviously, it's not gonna beat the comfort of a 400 or a 650, but you're talking your track bike. Something has the capability of what this bike is capable of, the torque, the top speed. This is relatively comfortable compared to those bikes out there. Yeah, you are a little bit more lean forward. Your legs are, your legs aren't in front of you by any means, but it is relatively more comfortable for longer rides compared to like your 600 or liter track bikes. Relative to that, pretty comfortable. Now, this is something that I love about this bike that I hate even saying on camera, because if you're a beginner watching this video, you might think like, oh, cool. It's not where I'm going with this, but this has relatively manageable power. The throttle is not all or nothing. There is a zone to work this throttle where it's not gonna rip you off the back end. Do not get me wrong, this has so much power. I mean, we're talking the difference from where my hand is now to where my hand is now is incredible. It does have a bit more manageable power than a lighter 1000cc sport bike because it's a little less twitchy. It has more weight that it has to pull. Although you can get it there the same as those, it does have a little bit of a forgiving zone prior to the getting there. If you are not an experienced rider, don't listen to anything I'm saying here. It is not forgiving. It is not slow. It is not casual. But if you're an experienced rider, very manageable power. Because of how much power this bike has, I don't have to shift down a couple gears to accelerate really fast. It's got plenty of punch to get me out of a bad situation, so I don't have to worry about panicking down a couple gears to be able to take off. This really just gets it in almost any gear. I can ride in fourth and fifth gear most of my commute and have plenty of torque, plenty of get up and go if the situation arises. Also, come on, I absolutely love the sound of this thing. The super deep rumble, the high rev noise, everything about it just sounds so good. It's not obnoxiously loud when you're just sitting there, and it's not quiet by any means when you're on it. Love the way this bike sounds, that 4-cylinder really just, it's a work of art is what it is. Obviously, I'm a little biased, but I love the paint job. It's my favorite that I've done thus far. It stands out, it's bold, it's bright, it's classy, it's kind of checked all the boxes for me. I love it. So a little biased, but that is one of the biggest things that I love about this. It's one of the main things I love about this is the look of it. I'm so stoked on how this bike turned out. So that's 10 things that I absolutely love about this Gen 2 Hayabusa. And if you're interested in seeing 10 things that I hate about this bike, go check out that video if you haven't already. Also, if you're curious about 10 things I love and hate about the Ninja, I got a video for that too. Anyways, thank you for watching. Subscribe for more motorcycle content. We'll see you next time.